Good evening, everyone. Tonight I will be talking to you about global e-markets. What is a global e-market? Global marketing is marketing in a worldwide scale, which then can take commercial advantage of global operational differences around the globe, no matter the economic standing of a particular country. When beginning to read this chapter, we are immediately introduced to the trend and impact. We take into consideration what is trending and the impact that it has around the world. So, not too long ago, what was trending on our news feeds off of Facebook, Instagram, even on our news outlets that we like to watch and see, the topic of trending was the brand new re-release of the new iPhone 6s. Global markets are all around the world. The best example to this is presented to us in this chapter when it talks about HAIR, a Chinese company who has a huge ambition of them becoming the first Chinese company to have a world-class global brand, which is better than Japan, the United States, Germany, and other countries. Just a brief synopsis of what HAIR is. HAIR is the leading company in manufacturing refrigerators, washer machines, and air conditioners to all of China. And on the next to it, we have here a chart, of each continent, or the highest continents are ranked with worldwide internet usage and how they are rated by population statistics. And right there you see that the top three are North America, Europe, and Asia. Emerging economics. Many companies in different countries vary at the economic development. Countries like the US, Canada, Germany, Japan, just to name a few, have a high level of economic development. And these are considered as developed countries. And under these developed countries, all are classified, all of Western Europe, North America, as stated, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. These countries are highly industrialized, so they have high usage in technology, and they increase their production efficiency, and as a result have a high gross domestic product per capita. Another important key factor and player into global e-markets is e-commerce payments and trust issues. E-commerce is sometimes viewed as a negative in other countries simply because it's limited. It is very limited. There is limited use of credit cards, and many people don't trust in conducting transactions online as safe. In third world countries or other countries other than the United States and many countries from Europe, people don't view online banking or shopping safe as we do it here in the US. And in many countries that are not Europe or the US, credit cards are only used by professionals or upper class citizens of that nation. This chart here reflects the top 10 countries with new broadband subscribers, and it goes to show that the ones that are high up there in the chart are the Philippines, followed by Bolivia, Indonesia, Tunisia, Vietnam, Moldova, Jordan, Uruguay, Algeria, and Pakistan. So you see that these countries have come a long way in upping their internet connectivity. Importance of information technology. Born global forms understand the web, email, and voice over internet protocol communications such as Skype. Having been able to travel to Europe and Mexico, I've seen that Skype is highly popular, and it's not just popular among young citizens or teenagers or people even my age, but you even see that being used in business meetings all over the world. If you're conducting business with somebody in China and the other person that they are conducting the business with is in Mexico and they are unable to travel to the country, You could easily log on to Skype and have a Skype meeting. It's as easy as that. But in order to use these technologies, you have to have great internet access. So, technological tipping points. This is where computers and telephones are used. Telecenters are created. A telecenter is a small shop with 3 to 10 computers that offer internet connections to the public in a simple setting. The picture to your right here is from the book, and it's an example of what this telecenter looks like. Now, for me, the telecenter, I never knew a telecenter was that. I had a different understanding of what a telecenter was until today, well, until working on this project. But to me, I learned that these telecenters were called cyber cafes in Europe and in Mexico, and they are highly popular with teenagers and college students. If they don't have internet access or even a computer at home, or if they do have a computer at home but don't have that internet connectivity, they go into these cyber cafes and spend countless hours and money using the internet just to communicate with friends in other cities or in other countries or even with families. Another highlight of this is wireless internet access via mobile phones or smartphones and broadband. Smartphones are used everywhere. Now everyone has a smartphone, even elementary school children, which is crazy. But if you think about it and you do analyze, you do see some 7, 8 year olds with smartphones. With a smartphone, you have constant access to the internet anywhere you are, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection and or are using your phone's LTE. So internet is highly accessible from anywhere if you have Wi-Fi or are using your phone's LTE. And in conclusion, I learned a lot about global e-marketing. I've learned that not everyone is as lucky or fortunate as I am to have internet access as easy as I do and as fellow colleagues and family members do. My sister sees it, I've seen it with working in schools, that there are still many families and many people out there in this country, in this city, in this state, that still to this day don't have the financial stability to pay for internet access monthly. So they either need to spend extra hours at school in order to use the internet to type up reports or do research for homework. But I've also learned that many countries that are classified as third world countries are up and coming with following in our footsteps of technology usage and having internet access, and how it is scary to see and to think that one day all of our communications will only be done by the internet. It is also a little scary and frightening to see and understand that internet is growing so rapidly and so fast outside of the United States that users from all over the world and from outside of this country are going to slowly dominate the internet. That is incredible to see and to learn and to study about. And so this is my presentation. If you thank you and have a good night.